time for a freshie. Right, we've got some goodies here. I know you guys have been asking for a setup video for a while, and it has been a good nearly a year and a half since I last set up even a deck. Like this one, I had that on my wall for about a year. Set it up in May last year, and I think it was a couple of months before I actually skated it. I've got the Doric Skateboards deck, the same as the broken one on my wall. Done a little bit of grip art under the grip, cut up some stickers, got some Bones X formulas, thought I'd give them a try. Bronson G3s, never skated them before. Indie bolts. The bolts that I've got are probably alright, but for the price of them you're as well changing them every time you change your deck. Got the old Indie hollows. I'm going to reuse these, still loads of life left in them, but I'm going to put some new Bones hardcores in them, see if it'll make them feel like a whole brand new setup. I'm getting eaten by midges here. Maybe I should have set this up at home and then come out. I think I'll time lapse the rest of this, because if I don't, it's going to be pretty boring. New board set up, ready to go, just in time for it getting dark. So I'm not going to be able to film an awful lot tonight, but get a couple of clips. Before I do that, I just wanted to say something. This little tin that the Bronsons came in is pretty handy for keeping all your spares in, or Tic Tacs maybe, I don't know. I don't know what you keep in your bag. So there won't be much skating. Dirt on my tail already, haven't even skated it yet. First throwdown, haven't tightened the trucks up, haven't done anything else with it. Right, a couple of notes. Bearings, smooth as anything, fast as anything. The wheels, lovely and smooth, but still feel like a street wheel / park wheel. That's my first impression, so that's not like the definitive sort of opinion bit. That's like, yeah, that's literally my first 3 or 4 pushes on it. I don't remember Bones hardcores being this tight. I think the ones that I had before were like mediums labelled as hard. These are solid, these do not turn at all, and that's the nut is flush with the top of the kingpin. The deck, it feels pretty flat, but I'm used to. This one's got a little bit concave to it, which I normally say I prefer that, but it might take a bit of getting used to. First ollie on the new board. Oh, I think it's safe to say it was not a good ollie, but what that tells me is this board feels way lighter than that one there. I think the biggest thing for me is getting used to the trucks, because it does feel like a whole new board with brand new trucks and everything. Can't do tricks standing still with good bearings. That's one thing that shut up, Dad. That's became a catchphrase. I'm leaving that one in, but in the past 4 or 5 videos I've probably said that to myself about 30 times each, and yeah, shut up, Dad. I usually cut them out because there's just so many of them, but yeah, I'll keep that one in, just since I'm explaining it. Right, so that was a much better ollie. Right, getting too dark to film, so we'll come back to that another time.
Hi, I'm gonna be a camera recorder for this part of the video. Well, camera holder.
Okay,
so,
right.
Yeah.
Explain why we're here.
Scooting and skating.
Yes. And why? Why is Dad here?
To skate.
And?
Skate.
And?
Skate.
Yeah. That's because I set up my new board and I was here the other night and it was getting too dark. I wasn't here, I was up there, but it was getting too dark to film anything. So today we're going to do a wee test run, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Go on then, do it. Do a kickflip.
I don't even know how to ride a skateboard properly. I'm gonna come a bit closer.
That's your problem, not mine. I'm only joking. Right, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
What was that, Aiden? You didn't land it. What's wrong with you? Let's test the slide of these wheels. Yeah, I would say, despite me being not a good skateboarder and not even being able to do a 180 revert, these X97 Bones, X Formula, whatever they're called, do actually slide like a street wheel. A wild Aiden appeared. Do a trick. Aiden's had that scooter for a little over a year now, but he hasn't actually been out on it much because the first time we went out on it, the day of your birthday last year, wasn't it? And you fell off it, didn't you? And then that was you'd sworn off it for life until today. Well, until this summer. I don't think he's quite at the level of doing ramps or anything yet. But that's okay, that'll come with time. Goes. I need to be careful with this trick and on this board, because the last time that I got frustrated at ollies on a bright orange board with spiders from Mars on the other side, I got angry at it and started throwing it about, and then I snapped it. And this is only a few days old, so that is not happening. It's a manual. Kinda, but no really. Come on! Let's do the old roll test, same as we did with the cheap boards. I think it's safe to say Bronson wins. Oh. I actually nearly made it up there, I'm going to try that again. Back down, that's scary. Oh. That's me just shortened the lifespan of my bearings by about 8 years. Safe to say it's seen better days. Oh, that is rotten. The biggest lie in skateboarding, we all know it, we've all said it probably thousands of times, one more try. The second biggest lie in skateboarding, Bones hardcores don't need broken in. I touched on this at the beginning. When I first put the Bones hardcores in, they were pretty solid. I didn't even have to tighten them up and they weren't even moving, not in the slightest. Over time they've loosened up and I've been gradually nipping them up a little bit here and there. Same thing happened with my old ones. I thought that they were just really soft, but thinking back, they started out pretty solid and softened up over time, and now they're like jelly. It just goes to show that they do need to be replaced every once in a while. I'm not saying I don't like them. They're fine, you maybe pay 15 quid for them, so that's probably less than what you'll pay for a set of bearings, and we'll use that as a segue to move on because we've talked about bushings for long enough. Bronson G3s, they're bearings. What more can I really say about them? They started off really smooth, they were nice, they're still nice, they've slowed down a little bit, but I'm not into these 50, 60, 100 pound bearings. I don't really care about that stuff. If I can get 6 months out of them, then that's good enough for me. Bones X Formula wheels, X97, They're really nice to skate. They're a bit softer than what I'm used to, which is good, but not too soft to the point that they bounce, because I've had cruising wheels that I wouldn't even pop an ollie or do a manual or anything on them, but these are just the ideal middle ground for me. They work well if I'm skating in a car park or on a crusty road or something, as long as it's not too crusty. It's not going to help you navigate potholes, which is maybe a bit of a problem up here. No complaints about the deck, it's got good pop, it's light enough, it hasn't broke yet, they're pretty sturdy. My only major complaint is the grip tape. I went for Jessup Crystal Clear, because I thought, yeah, surely with a name like Crystal Clear, it'll be what it says, crystal clear, but no, it's more white than anything else. There seems to be a lot of people that don't like clear grip tape. I've skated it before and it was fine, but the last Doric deck that I had, the same as this, was Jessup Clear grip tape, which is a bit of a kind of finer grit, so the colour and the stickers and things all kind of comes through a bit better. And this, the grit's a lot coarser, so it kind of covers things up a bit more. The thing I don't like about it is the bubbles. I was really careful applying it to try not to get bubbles, and no matter what I did, I still ended up with them. Most of them have come out. There's a few little bits and pieces, but the thing that is annoying me is the edges. That was starting to fray like that after the first session pretty much, and I didn't think I'd been all that hard on it. Like I say, I was pretty thorough when I was putting it on, or so I thought. Maybe I wasn't. There's a lot of peelage and I've got a feeling that I'm going to have to replace it soon enough. But yeah, that's the new setup. I don't want to stand here and waffle on about it too much. So this is pretty much the end of the video now, so go and do your own thing, go out and skate or make videos or whatever you like to do in your spare time. I'm your da, and I'm talking shit. Goodbye. Your da sells Avon.